are taking you along the northern route to a very historic place. Historic Fort St. James. If you haven't been here before, there are incredible stories here from the many buildings that exist, the people that were here over the years, and now we get to tell them to you. On the shores of Stuart Lake today, we are going to visit the fish cache, a very important part of this historic fort. And meeting us there is Jim. Let's go find him. And today here at Fort St. James, we are set to learn about one of the Category 1 buildings. That is a very important building here on the site. To learn more, we got Jim here with us. Thanks so much for making the time.
My pleasure.
Yeah, so tell me about this special building. This is one of 2 Category 1 buildings on site.
That's correct. So this is the fish cache, and this is where we keep the fish for the fur trade people to eat during the winter.
Okay.
Now the thing, of course, with fish is that animals like fish.
Yeah,
so
just like us.
Yeah, just like us. So we have to keep it somewhere where they can't get them. So here we have a building on stilts, nice little ladder up to it, locking door, and that way it keeps the fish away from the animals.
Okay, yeah, because animals, like a moose or a bear, ideally is not going to get up. Like the stairs would have been a little bit different traditionally, or would they have been like this?
Sometimes
maybe
they
a
were
ladder.
ladders, yes. Yeah. So they would have a ladder that lies on the ground, and when you wanted to go up there, you'd put the ladder up and there you go.
Yeah, no moose climbing the ladder.
I've never seen one.
Yeah, that would be something. Okay, so this fish cache, yeah, we're talking about Category 1 buildings of importance. And why does this building qualify?
Well, though it's built with a fur company, fur trading technique, what it actually is a First Nations design.
Oh.
So when the fur trade got here, the local people were putting square rooms on stilts to keep their food away from the animals. So the fur trade copied them, but of course they used their building technique to do so.
Of course, and this is one of the only buildings like it in the world, right?
It is the only building like it in the world.
Wow, the only one.
It is unique.
This is kind of the long-standing story that we talk about today, the collaboration between settlers and local Indigenous people.
Absolutely.
And First Nations. This is the definition of that.
Well, we're certainly one of the better ones, and a very tangible example of that cooperation.
Yeah. Timeline for when this would have been?
This would have been restored in the mid-1880s, but there would have been earlier versions in the earlier forts.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, well, without further ado, I'm not going to delay history anymore. So I think we should go inside and check out more in there. Sound
Let's
good?
do that. Yeah.
All right. Some stuff is hanging here from the roof, of course, in the fish cache. Jim, these are drying salmon?
That's correct.
Okay. And now this is typical for Stuart Lake, of course, because
It is.
the salmon runs.
Well, yes, salmon was the major staple, certainly early in the century, of the food of the people here. Salmon runs fail every 3rd or 4th year as well. So, of course, that meant that this place had terrible food security.
Oh, yeah, a little bit. Really relying on things out of their control.
That's quite
really.
so, yeah.
It's like, well...
Yeah, well, the salmon, as I say, fails every 3rd or 4th year, but of course all you need is a landslide upriver, and now you've got no salmon.
Yeah, you think, hey, of the times now, like the big bar slide, which we
right.
heard about not long ago, and how that really jeopardized the salmon runs north of there. Back then, A, they might not even know when a landslide happened.
Quite so. Oh, yes.
B, they would just be sitting here waiting, going, where are they?
Well, there was, I can't remember the exact year.
Yeah.
But they were, I think they were building a railway or a road, and there was a problem with dynamiting some stuff.
Of course.
And it actually blocked off a river, and so for a year, nothing came.
Wow.
So back in the day, of course, they didn't have refrigeration. What they had was, pork.
Yep.
So they'd salt the pork, and then they would cover it entirely with plaster of Paris. And they would make sure that it's nice and thick and completely solid, no air getting in.
Yeah, of course, oxygen, we were saying,
That's
increases the time of decomposition.
Yeah, so it would allow these things to last long enough to at least get here from, say, Victoria.
Yeah, Victoria. That's how far would a pig come from?
Well, probably from Victoria.
Yeah?
Of course, down there you had the War of the Pig.
Of course, yeah. And now this fish cache seems big. Is this big, like in terms of fish caches, you think, and relatively speaking, or?
Well, I wouldn't know because this is the only one.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. It goes back to that. How many people do you think this would kind of feed or take care of?
Well,
guess?
early in the century, it would have to be 30 or 40 or 50 people over the winter, but that changed as the century went by. As our supply routes changed, we didn't actually have to keep people here as a brigade to leave as soon as the snow went away. Instead, we had boats on the river, on the lakes, and they connected to the rivers and took stuff to the Pacific. But early in the century, you had to hold about 30 or 40 people here to take the mules and get them away as soon as the winter had gone.
Of course, you got to do things with Mother Nature, and you got to feed people.
Yeah, I believe the ration was something like 2 pieces of salmon per man or 1 piece of salmon for his dog.
Of course, if people come here to Fort St. James and the historic site, Jim, you're hanging around, other people are hanging around, different buildings, different interpretations. I guess if someone hasn't been here before, what are they missing?
Well, everything. I mean, what aren't they missing? Well, they're missing the chicken racing, they're missing the history, they're missing the fantastic views over the lake. Yeah. They're missing my charming smile.
Of course, and your charming hat and cane.
My charming hat and cane. And of course, I'm the ugliest one.
No, you're not. Give yourself a hard time. It's got the luscious locks here. Come on. But of course, this site open all summer long for your summer adventures. There is one thing left we have to do here, Jim. The chicken races.
Oh, yes.
So we're going to meet you over there when that's time.
You certainly will.
What are we feeling here, Producer Zach? You got any thoughts? I mean, I love buttermilk wings, pancakes. Producer Zach picks Attila the hen, okay? I think she won last year. Okay, so that's for race 2. I'm gonna pick Scout. It's kind of a fun name. I've met a lot of dogs named Scout.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Fort St. James Chicken Racing Speedway. And today, you lucky people, you're gonna see 3 of the finest races on the planet. 3, 2, 1. Oh, here they come. Oh, look at that. Scout's got an early lead. Trigger's coming up on his shoulder. Scout's still in the lead. But what's this in lane 1? No, it is Scout. Scout hits the grass first. Scout is the winner. Let's start our second exciting race. 10, 3, 2, 1. And there they come. Okay, here we go. Oh, they're sleepy today. Oh, fingers and Attila the hen. Attila the hen. Look at Attila the hen go. But is he going to be caught up by fingers? Fingers or Attila? Fingers! 3, 2, 1. And let them come. Here they come. Here they come. Ooh, look at that. Pegasus. Pegasus with the beak in front. Moose is right at the back. But what's it going to be? It's all about which one hits the ground first. Pegasus! Pegasus is the winner. Thank you very much.
We are, well, hey, I got 1. Zach got none. Will, did you get any? No. Anyways, it's a great day for racing every day at the Fort St. James Historic Site. Come check it out when you are here along the Northern Route. And don't forget to get your passport stamp as well. All right, where do I get my chicken bucks?